Welcome back to Series. My name is Tia. Hey, so I'm just going to do a general love read today. For those of you who have never been to my channel before, welcome. For those of you who are coming back again, welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to do a general love reading today. Hopefully it will resonate with someone. I don't know, I just kind of have this feeling that somebody's connection's been on a pretty significant pause. And they want to reconnect, they want to communicate, they don't really know what to do. You know, like they're drawing a blank. This song, I'm alive again. I'm alive again. Yeah. Like maybe they were kind of in some type of zone out mode, or like maybe they were shocked and awed and like overwhelmed and like, okay, so for most of you who don't know, like I'm in finals week. I'm doing final projects and presentations this week for a PhD program that I'm in, and I can tell you, sometimes you get so overwhelmed that you almost like go into like shutdown mode. Maybe your person's been in that mode for a while. I don't know. I just keep getting this feeling that like maybe they ignored this connection for a period of time. Look at that. Potential scam. Spam. Yeah, and it's spam. You know, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb during these videos, but somehow, and of course, why is it spam? It says potential spam. Maybe this person thought, because I think anytime when a reading starts, anything that happens, anything that comes through is always a message, a sign, a confirmation. So, you know, maybe your person was kind of shut down because they thought they weren't really trusting the connection. Like it might be potential spam. Like maybe they thought maybe you weren't being authentic. Maybe you were like kind of just sweet talking them or manipulating them, or maybe it just was kind of like, yeah, potential spam. Well, now they kind of don't know what to do. So they're not saying nothing. Because it turns out it was real. It wasn't spam. It was genuine. You were being genuine. Okay, well, anybody who's been to my channel before, I always like to open with a prayer. I say, Most High God, Most High God, Most High God. We just ask that all the messages that come through here today be for our highest and best good and our spiritual growth, to help us discern these energies that play in this connection. We just ask that any messages that you do not want to come through be blocked, and that I just ask that I can read and interpret these energies in a way that my viewers can understand them and be blessed by them. Just ask that I'm highly, 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 highly protected, as are my viewers, and divinely, divinely, divinely favored. God fights my battles. God fights my battles. God fights my battles. No weapon formed in the spirit or in the physical shall prosper, as I'm highly, highly, highly protected from all evil. If my viewers want to call on their guardian angels and their spirit guides, their ancestors for their highest and best good, now's a good time to do that. As I call on my guardian angels, my spirit team, my ancestors who support me and love me and protect me and give me guidance to discern these energies. And we ask these things in Jesus' holy name. Amen. Okay, let's get started. I typically like to pull at least one oracle just to get the overall flavor of the energy that we're going to be reading today. For those of you who are new to energy reading, these readings, these intuitive readings that I do here on this channel are general, so they may or may not resonate with everyone. That being said, energy is fluid. So when I'm saying, when I say you, I'm always assuming that's, I'm talking to the viewer. Or when I say your person or them, I'm always I'm talking about, but those energies can switch. The roles can switch. And you'll need to use your discernment to kind of know that. These are just stories. I'm just reading timelines. I'm picking up on energy. It's a collective energy though. I'm going to keep it, but I am going to pull one more because I haven't even split the deck yet. And when you hear me say he and she, I'm not talking about gender. There is no gender in tarot or energy reading and oracles at all. It's just sometimes the way I channel. So you'll, like I said, switch the roles. Don't get too focused on that though. I always cut the deck with my left hand because God gives us two hands, one to give, one to receive. I'm asking for a message, so I'm cutting with my left hand, which is my more receptive hand. Yeah, we're just telling stories here. And if you identify with them, amazing. You may or may not resonate with this reading. If it doesn't resonate for you, there's no need to send me an email or comment about that. Just click off and go find another reading, maybe next time. And I'm not saying that in a rude way. Also, don't get yourself involved in a story that doesn't belong to you. You'll only confuse yourself or give yourself a false belief. We don't do the false light here on this channel, okay? And on this channel, we only invoke the Holy Spirit, okay? So, if that makes you itchy, go find another one that doesn't do that, okay? Okay. That being said, let's get this party started. Okay. Okay. So one or both people in this connection are at a crossroads. Do I stay or do I go now, right? Or just which path do they want to take on their life or your life, okay? So, be patient. Oh, I know. Like, buddy, my patience ran out, okay? I always like to look at the bottom of the deck and kind of see somebody's stuck. It's feeling like that when I was channeling at the beginning of the reading. It's like they're just like, it's like somebody needs to make a decision, but they're stuck. They're seeing signs. I want to draw this to a conclusion. Yeah. Unawakened. Wants to come out. Wants to wake up. This was in reverse. I know. I say it all the time. I don't always like to read oracles, but I have been because, like, I just do what I'm guided to do. What the Holy Spirit's telling me to do, okay? I only say he because there's a male in this picture on this card. Divine masculine. the masculine in this connection. Maybe he's not so divine. We don't know. Wants to wake up, wants to spiritually wake up out of that. Wants to wake up. He's been unawakened. He's been sleeping. Yeah, what I was just saying, maybe he's not so divine. We got the devil. Well, this is bound, but in the tarot, this would be the devil card. It's in reverse. Wants to come out of toxic behavior. Wants to get unstuck. Wants to wake up. Wants to get unstuck. Wants to get unbound to these toxic energies that are around him. Whatever that is, it can speak to addictions, obsessions, toxic behaviors, toxic people, karmics, sex, work, drugs and rock and roll, baby. Wants to get unbound to that shit. Well, this can speak to toxic, wants to get unbound to maybe toxic family stuff. I pulled this in a reading last week or some, maybe the week before. Might be tapping into the same group of soulmates here, but yeah, so your person wants to get unbound from toxic family shit, and because he feels like he's a victim. Bound to family, toxic family shit, and he feels like he's a victim. I'm just saying you can switch the roles. There's no gender here, okay? Get out of this commitment. Get out of like being bound to fight material, financial commitments. Purge that crap. And come make a compromise. Because you're their muse. Yeah, like the inspiration for their spiritual growth, their self-improvement. Really probably the inspiration behind every single thing they do. Getting out of addictions, toxic behaviors. You're the muse. You're the reason, you're the inspiration behind that. Because they feel abandoned. They feel abandoned. You might have walked away from this connection. And they know you're part of their soul tribe. What's a soul tribe? Well, when you start getting into like ancient Zen spirituality and stuff like that, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, they believed in Zen spirituality. They believed that souls incarnated to the planet in tribes, okay? And theoretically, they're all going to be looking for each other and acknowledge each other when they find each other. It's even in some of the teachings of Atlantis or like ancient Celtica teachings, Asian Zen, and Taoism and stuff like that. But they believed that, right, but it's your spiritual growth. It's when you wake up, remember he's unawakened. It's when you wake up and your vibration, you start vibrating. You're not going to send a search party out for these people, and they're not going to send one for you. It's divinely orchestrated, and when you wake up, go on your spiritual journey, your spiritual growth, and you guys are vibrating on the same energetic frequency, you'll find each other, come together. He knows you're part of his soul tribe, okay? There's been a lot of destruction here. Okay, so in the tarot, this would be the Tower. Where the divine has to step and rip things all the way down to the ground because they were not built on a firm foundation. House divided will fall, It was built on sand, it comes down. It's sudden change though, shocking change. But it's good, it's good. It's so that you can, build it back up. Build back better. It's so that you can build it back up in a more healthy, constructive way, right? Yeah. I was saying it's divine masculine. We've got masculine energy here, which I've been seeing that in the last few readings I did, which is kind of unusual. But he's waking up. That's what it is. But he was in denial about this connection. And he was numbing, whether that be with alcohol, drugs, sex, work. Yeah, he's coming out of denial. He's starting to recognize and realize what this connection really is. Remember I was saying before he thought it was potential spam? Like maybe it wasn't authentic? Well, he's starting to come out of denial and realize this was way more than that. This was way more than some shallow, fake, weird thing. And he wants forgiveness. Wants to come out of pride and ego. You might see something happen in the fall. You might see something, yeah, because remember, be patient. Somebody's at a crossroads here, so you might see something in fall. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do a 3-card spread because I like to consolidate and move fast. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Can't do that. It's busy. It's go time this week. Yeah, for those. Oh, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. It means everything. Subscribe, please help me grow my channel. And like on those videos because that helps us, like, first of all, I think that because these are collective readings, it does help me to pick up on your own personal energy a little bit better once you start like interacting with the channel. And also it helps us get around the algorithm so that more people can actually see these videos. And I would just appreciate that so, so, so much. I'm not giving personal readings at this time. I'm way too busy. I work. I'm a PhD student. I'm way too busy. So if anybody approaches you on social media, soliciting you for if you want a personal reading or anything like that for money, e-gifts, anything like that, that's not me. Okay? If you want to leave a donation because you like my work and you want to support my channel, there's an official PayPal in the description box below. Please comment and let me know if these readings are resonating with you or what you think of them. If you're not comfortable speaking on a public forum, I totally understand. I get way more emails than I do comments. My official email address is in the description box below the video and also on the About tab on my channel. Okay, enough with the housekeeping. Let's get this party started. I keep feeling that like zone out feeling. I shouldn't. I'm wide awake. I'm sparky. I'm drinking Cuban coffee, so I'm moving fast today because I got homework I gotta complete, right? Projects anyway. Your person is something else. So I'm just going to do past, present, and future. And then we'll clarify it if we feel the need. Which, you know, we always do. Why not? Wow, okay. Oh, so your person might have gotten tempted. Fell into some temptation. We've seen your person fell into some temptation. that was not their wish fulfillment because they were not using their intuition. However, now, you see those two hands there, wants to make partnerships and alliances come together so that prosperity begins. See this acorn right here? Well, an acorn, you know, really is just a nut that stood its ground and pushed its way, was stubborn enough to push its way through the soil, and it grew into this big oak tree. And now look, there's like fruit. I think this is Sierra. Okay. Yeah, because it wasn't feeling powerful. Wasn't feeling self-confident maybe, so he went for something lesser than you. Like again, it's not gendered. You just take it how you get in where you fit in, babe. Yeah, well, whatever he did with that. Yeah, his solar I was just saying he wasn't feeling confident. There was no material harvest from whatever that temptation he fell into, and it was not wish fulfillment. But now his solar plexus is opening up. So when your solar plexus is like here, you know, it's all about your self-confidence and how you show up to the world. Being self-assured. Like, you don't ask other people for opinions, or, you know, I mean, like, sure, if you get some positive feedback, that'd be great, but if not, that's fine, because you're sure of yourself. You're self-confident. Yeah. Seeing the light. You see that golden Christ light come down? You're seeing the light now. Yeah, overcoming obstacles and challenges. It's divine feminine. It's in solitude. But look at her. She's got her book of knowledge wide open, and look at her. She's reading it too. Okay. So the past energy influencing the connection today is that everybody's heart chakra was closed. And also in their shadow. That's not a good combo, you guys. So your shadow side, I mean, if you kind of look closely with it, right? So your shadow side is like that, those subconscious triggers that you have. It's kind of like the naughty side, like where you're kind of being toxic and bratty and like that. Yeah, toxic, in the shadow. And the heart was not open. Okay, so the current energy of the connection is the sacral chakra is open. Now, this is a really spiritual connection, you guys. Look at all these chakras. Energies in here. So the sacral chakra is opening. So the sacral chakra deals in all of like our creativity, our sexy energy, which is creation, right? Yeah, divine feminines in heartache and loss. Number 3 is the number of creation too. She's in heartache and loss because sacral chakra is open. There's number 2 there, so that's indicative of decisions. Like, yeah, because because her person was in their shadow and their heart wasn't open. So her sacral chakra is open. She's ready to create and get sexy, and so she's in heartache and loss because he was in shadow and his heart wasn't open. Now, when I talk about this is the future most likely outcome is going to be, these are probabilities, the most likely probability. But everybody's got free will, but the throat chakra is opening. So there was communication problems here. Somebody's going to start telling the truth. Somebody's going to come and tell the truth. You're probably going to make sure that you communicate clearly. That's what throat chakra does for us. Helps us to communicate clearly and truthfully. Okay. Well, I'm just going to pull a couple clarifications, but I don't really see much need for that. Yeah, Divine Masculine wants to come and put some work in. Wants to work on this with this Empress. This Empress is like, that's like Divine Feminine. She's not a queen, honey. She's an empress. She's fertile. She runs an empire. He wants to come put some work in with the Empress. Yeah, Knight of Wands. So yeah, he was in his shadow. His heart was blocked. His heart chakra was blocked. It was closed. His heart was closed. Knight of Wands, so he was being a total freaking player, total boy. You know what I'm saying? Switch the roles, whatever. It could be a female, but this is basically the player of the tarot. He's a playboy, charming, good-looking, usually charismatic. Comes storming in, hot and cold, gets what he wants and gets out. Can only gonna be in town one night. This type of guy. Yeah, he was being like that. Player, probably holding on to a bunch of different. Well, we saw right here, fell into temptation. Yeah, he's been a player, probably keeping his options open, playing the field. Okay, so now the sacral chakra is opening. I know, sometimes I'm channeling, so I get repetitive. Just go with it. And now, so the sacral chakra is opening, so there's creativity here. And Divine Feminine's in heartache and loss because he was being a total player. I had to walk away. But now I started to see, like, well, this is the Four of Wands. So that's like the twin flame card. Now, I don't know if this is the twin flame connection or not, okay? But that's like divine counterparts, you know? So it's in heartache and loss because maybe you thought this was your twin flame. Or maybe you know it's your twin flame, but he doesn't know it. His heart's closed. He's in his shadow and being a player. And you're ready to create and grow. You're ready to, you know, but you're in heartache and loss because this was your twin flame and it's not moving to so the Six of Swords in the upright would be like moving to calmer waters, you know, moving away from what doesn't serve. But when it's in the reverse, when you're in the reverse there, it's not getting better. It's not getting better with your twin, your divine counterpart. So the most likely future outcome is that the throat chakra is going to open. I'm so sad. I don't know. There's these like mini orchids that I love that my friend gave me for my birthday, and there was little buds. And I watered it. I looked online how to take care of it, but and the plant's healthy, but like the little buds just like dried up and fell off, and one just blew right here. So I take everything as a sign and a symbol. Yeah, this had like potential to grow into something really, really beautiful, but the buds dried up on the vine, even though you were putting all your love and care into it, doing the best you could. You probably gave this connection your all, but the buds that were on the vine just dried up and fell off and never opened. Yeah, because he was working with others. I told you he was being a player. He was working with others. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. And left you in confusion. Yeah, the 8 of Swords. Look at how she is. She's confused. Can't see what's going on. Yeah, well, it was because he was working with others. Being a player. Keeping his options over. Playing the field. Whatever you want to say. Okay, let's talk about the future outcome. Let's talk about the future outcome. Well, number 5 is indicative of change, okay? What kind of change? There's going to be a throat chakra opening. That means communication's coming. You can expect communication. You better speak your truth and get, do some calisthenics or something and be ready to speak your truth, okay? Because this is going to be your chance. Throat chakra's opening. Yeah. Because your person's in the 9 of Swords. So swords in the tarot is always indicative of our mental energy. So this is anxiety, stress, sleepless nights, up in their head. Throat chakra's opening because whatever happened here forced your person into the 9 of Swords energy, which is just like anxiety, sleepless nights, up in their head, like in healing, 4 of Swords, taking rest. He was throat chakra's open now, because they were up in their head, stress and anxiety, sleepless nights. Well, they're healing now, taking a rest. 4 of Swords, take a rest. That might be why it's on a pause. Take a rest and heal. Come out and be like, bam. I'm not the Knight of Wands anymore. I'm the King of Pentacles. So in a love read, this is good, right? Because King of Pentacles, well, it might be dealing with a Taurus, might not. Don't get too focused on that. But the King of Pentacles, he's pretty guarded. You can see that armor up underneath that robe there. He's pretty guarded, can be extremely stubborn. It's Pentacles, so that can be indicative of like earth signs and stuff. Typically a Taurus. It doesn't have to be. Don't get too focused on that. But stubborn. But powerful. Slower moving. But when he gets there, he's typically about his finances, his security, his stability. Yeah, he's all about his pentacles, his money. See that great big huge one though? This guy is, that's part of the reason they're really slow moving is because they're all about security and stability and material stuff like money and stuff. So finances. Okay, so this King of Pentacles throat chakra is going to open.